do yoga. So are everyone okay with doing yoga right now? Everyone have their yoga mats at your place or a carpet which is not slippery? I want everyone to on their video because I wanted to see your yoga. I can correct your poses immediately because doing yoga in a different pattern, like doing it in a wrong way, may give you more about the muscles strain and you might feel a very bad ache. So I want you all to do it in a very proper position. I will show you how to shift from one yoga asana to the other yoga asana, not immediately. You should never do any exercises like within like doing one repetition, fastly doing the other repetition. No. Always breathe when you're exercising. If I'm doing breathe, I'll just show you an example. If you're breathing, so while you're breathing, you should make sure your belly is coming out. Whenever you're breathing out, the belly is going in. At the same way, when you're breathing in, start the movement, any movement you're doing. Like I'm just raising my hands still up. So breathe in, inhale, belly out and going up, and exhale, like leaving the air through the mouth or the nose and slowly letting it down. So this is a proper way to do it. Any questions? So everyone are ready to start with the yoga right now?
Yeah.
So we'll start with the yoga session. I want your videos to be on if you're comfortable with it. Shall we start the session? I'm just starting the yoga right now. Am I visible?
Yes.
So first we'll start with the breathing exercises. When doing the breathing, you can be in sitting on the floor or you can sit on the chair. Anywhere you can do breathing exercises in a day of couple of times. That's absolutely fine. So one hand over the chest and the other hand over the baby. Am I audible? So one hand on the chest, the other hand on the baby. So make sure you're breathing in. Whenever you're breathing in, count for four, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, breathe out for 4 or 5. Initially, if you're doing it for 3, if you're doing for 4. Okay. So if you want to increase this capacity, make sure you're breathing in for 5, leaving out till 8. So this is a proper way. And whenever you're breathing in, always make sure your belly is coming out as your belly button is pushing your hand palm outside. So, and whenever you're breathing out, the belly is going in. This is the first exercise to be done. And the next pranayama. I think someone's speaker is like, unmute yourself. Yeah. The second one is pranayama. Always make sure you're placing 2 fingers on between your forehead and thumb finger over your right nostril, ring finger over the left nostril. Always start from the left nostril. You should not alternate your breathing here. You should always start breathing through your left nostril, closing the right nostril. Breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5 through the same nostril. Okay, don't alternate it. This is in pregnancy, this pranayama is really helpful. Okay, it will relax your mind. And after finishing 5 repetitions from the left nostril, then try to close the left nostril with the ring finger and breathe through the right nostril and breathe out to the right nostril. You can do this 5 repetitions each side. Okay. And the next is Brahmari. So whenever you are doing Brahmari, this will ease your mind. Even during the labor, if you are having the contraction, which is the pain, it will be there for 30 seconds to 90 seconds. So what you have to do is, you have to not think about the pain. You should do the breathing exercise during that phase. We call like breathing throughout the contraction. That is really helpful for you to ease out during that pain. And always you have to make sure your palm is over the head And breathe in. I'm doing it the repetition. Breathe in. Breathe out through your nose, making a humming voice. Whenever you're doing this, you should feel the vibration over your palm. So that is really helpful for you in doing this. And Bhramari, you can do 10 repetitions. All the breathing exercises, you can do 10, 20 repetitions. That's absolutely fine. But don't hyperventilate. Like, don't do this. No Kapalabhati and all during this pregnancy period. Okay, make sure no holding of breaths as well. Some teach holding the breaths in during the breathing exercises, but I'd suggest never to do holding breaths because it will decrease the amount of oxygen to the baby. So always make sure you're breathing and during the exercises as well. Any questions till now? The next one is Baddha Konasana, like you have to do a butterfly. So this exercise is also really helpful and it will train your muscles over here. And in pregnancy, most about in the second to third trimester, you feel lot of pressure at the hip areas and inner thigh areas. So this areas will be more about taut, means the muscles will be very tight over there. And it is really painful that even you cannot walk. Whenever you're doing these exercises will be helping you to stretch the muscle there and it will be helpful for you even in walking as well. So make sure you're doing this exercises daily, like at least 10 to 20 repetitions is also good. So always keep your feet together and then breathe in, go up, breathe out, get it down. So I told you to coordinate with your breathing with the yoga. Okay, whenever you are doing any asana, breathe in, start the yoga. Breathe out, end the pose. Okay, so this you can do this. This you can do a tight flaps as well as it can touch the floor. So you can do this flaps. Initially start with doing very slow and getting it down and then you can switch to the flaps. Okay, the next asana is you have to place your legs wider, as wide as possible, and you need to stretch the muscle which is here, inner thigh, and as well as the underneath the posterior aspect of the thigh. So always make sure you're stretching it. Now breathe in, go with the stretch, go with a good side bend. Breathe out, slowly come back to the position. Then breathe in, get to the other side. Breathe out and slowly coming back to the position. So this you can even hold the position and do breaths. Now breathe in, going to the position, breathe out. Again breathe in, breathe out. And slowly come back to the position and doing the other side as well. This, if you are not comfortable in doing this pose, then you can just switch to this position. Like you can place your, you can bend your knee, foot facing your inner thigh. You can go with the stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. And then switching the positions to the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. And this exercise really helps you to stretch the muscle. Okay. The thigh muscle, the posterior aspect of the thigh. Now the next exercise is going with the side bends. Breathe in. Slowly breathe out. Coming back to the position. Again, breathe in. Slowly breathe out and coming back to the position. Okay. So this you can do for about 10 repetitions. You can do from the second trimester as well. So you can do it even in the labor. Okay. The next exercise is getting to the side. Always let's observe me how I'm shifting my one asana to the other asana. I'm just going towards my sideline and then I'm getting back to the straight. Okay. So always make sure your thighs should be wide apart. It should not touch each other. And this is really good for the back pain. Just breathe in, lift your back up, breathe out, slowly let it down. This you can do for 5 repetitions and get it eventually to 10 repetitions. This will, if any mother's having back pain, they can start doing these exercises from the first trimester because it will be more helpful. And even in the labor, if you feel the contraction is more, you can get into the position and you can do the exercise. Breathe in, slowly getting it up, breathe out, and slowly letting it down. Okay, this exercise will help you to ease the back pain. Now you have to place the hands towards the side and just switch your legs to one side and turn to the other side. And again, getting back to the straight and turning towards the other side and switching the legs to the opposite direction and slowly getting it straight and getting to the side position and slowly getting up. So this is a perfect way to do. Any questions in this exercise? I'm sure everyone are doing it with me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Till now, any exercise is difficult for you? Yes, you can on your audio. Okay, can we?
Shall I do? This is Mala from Chennai.
Hi.
Hi. Shall I do this exercise at third trimester time?
Yeah, you can do it from the first trimester onwards. You can start with all these exercises till your labor.
No, last one. You did this. You did that.
Switching one side. Yes, you can. It is also helpful for the back pain, and when it will stretch your side muscles. Okay. This is really great for you. Means you will feel like see me doing it. You will feel like, oh, it's really tough. When you start doing it, you will love the asana. It will be so easy for you. If you're having a very bad back pain, just get a hot pack at your back. There's a myth that never place a hot pack or ice pack. Nothing like that. Never to. I mean, you can place for 10 minutes over your back. You can place a hot pack. Even you can place it at this region, pubic area region, where those will be really tight. So you can even release it with the help of hot pack as well. You can place it for 10 minutes and then go with the releasing. Like gentle kneading. Don't do any vigorous massages and all. I don't advise massage. It's just a gentle kneading. You should just press the muscle in with the thumb and gently rotate it in clockwise direction. This will help.
Because I can't lie down straight away. That
no
much back pain.
See, in asanas, 5 minutes, if you're doing asanas within 5 minutes, that's really good in this straight line position. That's absolutely fine. Okay, don't extend it like you're doing for 20 repetitions. Again, if in that case, make sure you're doing it for 5 minutes. I mean, like just 10 repetitions, not to do for more than 20 repetitions. Okay? 10 repetitions, then switching your position to the side again. Okay? Get back to that position and do it. So this really helps you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Then I will show you the next exercises as well. So this is how I'm switching to the kneeling position. Okay. So this is Vajrasana. I told you, right? If anyone having the nausea, like whenever they eat, you feel like throwing up. So immediately after you eating, you can get back to this position. Okay. And your spine should be straight. If you're not able to maintain this position, you can place the pillows here. And just you can sit back. You can rest at least for 10 to 15 minutes. I know it's really hard to stay in this position, but make sure at least you're reaching 5 minutes in this Vajrasana. Okay? Immediately after you eat, because it helps you to ease out with the digestion, and never walk immediately after you eat. Okay? And next is Madhyaryasana to Vitilasana. Okay, you should make sure. See how I'm progressing to this position is I'm getting my hands this way and then placing it down. Make sure your shoulder is straightly down onto the floor. Okay, it should be in a straight line, as well as the hips. It should be very in a straight line. Okay, now here, now breathe in. I'm just looking up. And breathe out. I'm making a hunch. Okay, now breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This is a really good exercise for you to reduce for the back pain, and even during the labor. If you feel that the contractions are more, you can rest in this period. Like you can take a birthing ball, you can place your chest on this on the birthing ball, and you can rest during the labor. Means the pain contraction. If you feel a more intense pain, don't lie down onto the bed. You should always move around, or in during that contraction phase, sit on the birthing ball. Okay, or else you can sit on the chair where gravity is helping you to push the baby down. Okay, so if you are lying down on the bed, you may not feel that gravity, you will feel more intense pain. Gravity will be helping whenever you are in sitting, standing, walking. So this will be more helpful. And the cervix dilation also, it's really amazing for that. If you're sitting on a birthing ball, or if you're sitting on the chair, make sure you're not idle during your labor. Okay. Now the next is child pose. Child pose is really good in the same kneeling down position. Just bend forward, take a pillow. You can place it underneath the arms and just rest here. So this is really good position even for turning the baby to the down, head down position. So this, if you do it for at least 10 to 15 breaths, like you're relaxing in this position, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. You can do for 15 breaths. Okay, if you're relaxing in this position, it will even ease your back pain. And in labor, it's really a good asana to do. Okay, next we can progress to the standing exercises. Always make sure when you're kneeling down, then get onto the toes and slowly coming up. Or the other position is just place your leg one forward, okay, and then taking the other leg forward, slowly getting it back. So never do this movement, okay, sudden and abruptly. In asana, you should always switch to this position, like come to the here, place your hands slowly down, getting onto the knees. So this is the proper position. Don't go directly down and again sitting, okay? Now, we'll progress to the standing ones. Am I visible? Yeah. So everyone start doing the exercises with me in standing, because this is really important. You should not have any fall during any asana, because you have to make sure you have the yoga mat or any non-slippery surface, but even your partner should be with you or any other support, but don't do all alone. Okay, you should always have someone around whenever you're doing asanas. Okay, now feet together, hips apart. How to do this? Just slowly get one side and stretch the other one. Okay, I'm showing you a squat, how to do it. Now, the feet should be outward. Okay, if you're placing the feet straight, you may not do it in a proper way. Okay, you should always move it to the outwards and then breathe in, go with the squat. You can even do this pose as well. Okay, slowly breathe out, come back. Again, breathe in, breathe out. You can do for 10 repetitions. This exercise you can start doing from second trimester, even during the labor. If your pains have started and you feel more intense pain, don't do any exercises during intense pain. Relax yourself on the chair. You can comfort yourself when the partner is massaging your back muscle. Okay, like placing a pressure over the back and just giving a good kneading. Okay, that will help you. And the next progression is to lunges. So always place one leg foot towards straight, the other one to the side. Okay. Now this is a lunge. At the same time, it has asana in it. If you're going down there, just go up. Then slowly come back to the position and switch to the side. Okay. Now again doing it with the other side. Okay. And coming back to the position. Okay. This is, we call it as a triangle exercise, where it is also helping you in getting the baby down, okay, onto the cervix. It gives a good cervix dilation as well. So make sure you're doing this exercise even during the labor process. Okay. The next one is the squat walking. How to do squat walking is you need to go with a squat, slowly coming up, breathe in and doing a squat, then breathe out and coming up, and go with the shift. Again, squat, again, shift. This is the squat walking. Again, shift. Then coming back. This you can do for 5 rounds. In your room, you can just draw a line and you can do accordingly. Okay. And no object should be there in between. Okay. Whenever you're squatting, take your partner's support and squat. Everyone are okay? Anyone have any doubts till now? Any doubts? Anyone doing with me? Always make sure you have a water bottle with you whenever you do any of the exercises. You can just have sips of water. Don't completely go for a big gulp. Just have sips of water. Stay hydrated even during the exercise. Okay? Any questions? I'm okay to answer.